on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens, next on Madden Football. Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, we love watching and college snow games, but you played weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect, I think, today for both teams. Advantage offense.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level, and if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a short pickup to about the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here with Hall. And nothing doing on that run. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up the 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. They get 25 on that connection, and the Jets have a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. He runs with it as he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rock. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's 1st down, and it's Hall. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. receiver, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll try and get there on the ground. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on third and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
Off the play fake, Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Jackson now on second down. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Williams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Play action now with Rodgers. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. He'll try the right side with Hall. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing, Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Hall. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line. And 4th down is coming up.
Well, when you call screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here. And really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Jets, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Hardy now with the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. A good about 6 before he's taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass. And he's able to pick up a nice game to his tight end.
3rd down, 3 to go. In motion comes Andrews. 3rd and short, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. A throw left side taken in by Corley. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Kyle Hamilton, the personal defender, with the good coverage there.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
On the give, it's Hall.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down, Mike. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the run, here's Hall. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
He got all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
On 4th down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Sims now to return it. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. And turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Henry.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Here's third down and a few inches. Bateman is the motion man. Now Jackson, this a design run. 11 yards the gain. He does it himself and picks up a first down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Here's first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. Now screen set up for Henry. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. They don't need much. It is third and inches. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Room to run at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. A gain there of 21. First down, Baltimore.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. Now they're in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They'll run it with Henry.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the action, they give it to Henry. And this offensive line, creating running space, they get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On third down, Jackson. He'll try to run for, and he will score. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. This kick's not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Ravens move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So after one, it's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. From 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Rodgers to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Set to go now on first and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A-Rod down to throw on first down. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Shotgun snap, and a give to Hall. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
They'll run. It's Hall to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Xavier Gibson. Touchdown, Jets. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Jets are in the lead by the score 13-7. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yards. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. It is 3rd and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's Andrew. He's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. 32 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Again, right up the middle to Henry. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll motion over Flowers. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Gotta get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Jackson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the handoff, it's Henry. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Third and long. Throwing Jackson. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring him down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. This one from 52 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Benet Wanwu at a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. The master of play action, Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Now he takes off. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Paul. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and beat that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
They'll try to run for it with Hall.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's the a completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson now. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. This one complete to Bateman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is 1st and goal.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly.
Good blocking, and he's in. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Ravens. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Point after now from Tucker. This kick's not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Ravens make the lead full. It is 17-13. This first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. Over the middle, it's the tight end, Conklin. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Rodgers. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rodgers to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long. This time they stay on the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. On comes Thomas Morstead. He'll punt for the second time, looking to hit another good one. He'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker rooms, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the third. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Up the sideline to the 40. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line.
Well, until you get a drive started, a big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And this time, they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. 2nd down. Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and long for Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The Jets offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Rodgers. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That's taken in by Conklin. Kaplan, the tight end. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Jets first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
First down for Allen. A throw on the move is caught. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second and a yard. The master of play action, Rodgers. Off he goes.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A first down throw from Rodgers. He'll find his tight end, Conklin. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That's a short one, taken in.
Drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
On second down, a run with Hall. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rock. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's Corley. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
The open man is Wilson. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. A little closer. Here's second and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Now Zerline for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jets go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. Second down and 8. Aguilar goes off in motion. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. This one complete to Bateman. No motion over Flowers. Jackson now on 2nd down. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Yards are hard to come by there. Work it down to the 37-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Left side, caught by Andrews. 15 yards down the catch and run for the 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And Listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me, picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And Lamar gonna hang on to it. Oh, the ball's out. The Jets have got it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go again with Hall. Hall, a first down and more. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Trying the left side, here's Hall. And he's going to have the first down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Here's Hall. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Well, it's another catch for his favorite target. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Handoff. Here comes Hall. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. He's got it at the 3.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and now third and goal coming up.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop third and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Grady takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass. And after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Makes the score Jets 27, Ravens 17.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. They get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Here's the give to Henry, running right. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
On the option, they give it to Henry. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the gun, Jackson. On the move, pass for 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. To throw is Jackson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Wanru. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hard. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. To throw is Rodgers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it will fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
He'll try and get there on the carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with the turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Off the play fake, Jackson. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. they've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago. They'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. On the run, here's Hall. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Rodgers to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
They'll run. This is Hall. Not much happening there. Just a short game. Here's second and 9. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes and that ball falls incomplete.
That one's a Corley. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass, and the Jets have a first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And that one not going to let too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Another run here with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Powerful running there. Stiff arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Aguilar goes off in motion. He'll go again here with Henry. He'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the 1st down. Good run. The drive continues.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? Once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Now screen set up for Henry. And a good job running into the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It's pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his tight end, that's Andrew. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these O-linemen. That's how you straight a little too far. And it draws the flag. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Throwing Jackson. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Ravens bring their punt team out. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Bruce Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. And now we'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Hall. Crazy. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. It was a game that delivered more points than most people would have expected with the snow falling at kickoff. Entertaining game for all involved as they'll head back to the locker room to warm up with a victory in their back pocket. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.